Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So today's instalment will be about this lovely pint of runner beans that I've got here. I've gone old school on this. When I say old school, it's proper school. Back to your school days when one of the things they used to show you in biology classes was how to grow a seed. And they always used to use a glass and they used to use some tissue, and they'd have the tissue up against the glass, and you see basically what you're seeing here, where you get lots of seeds with lots of roots coming out. So what I've done here is basically soak these seeds overnight in water, and I've left them for a couple of days. Probably left them a bit longer than I should have done, because these roots are getting quite long now. So what I'm going to try and do today is plant these seeds in these nice Containerwise root trainers to get some nice runner bean plants. So that's kind of where we are with this. Right, I'm just going to get a tray and empty these into the tray. The one thing I don't want to do, if I can help it, is damage the roots. They've already started growing on a lot of these seeds. But I've got to the stage now where the growth is quite large, and also if you leave them too long, they can potentially start to rot. So that's the other side of things that we don't want to happen. They're quite stuck quite hard to the bottom of this glass for some reason. Right. Always use a trusty chopstick. 1001 uses for a chopstick in gardening. Okay, right. So what I've got is lots of nice little runner bean seeds with a nice little root already coming off. So these will be the roots that are coming off rather than any shoots. Roots are the first thing that really plants put down whenever they're growing. So you'll get the root coming from here, and then the shoot will come out of the same part of this the nice little seed, and the root will go down and the shoot will go up as usual. So what we'll do is just drop them in to these nice little cells here. I think I've probably got about 100 seeds here. I went a bit OCT when I put them in the glass, but we'll plant a few of these, so I don't want to be damaging them. The other thing you can do as well is that when you finally plant these out into the allotment, you can actually plant one of these seeds next to it in the allotment. Let's have a look, see if I can actually see it a bit better there. Right. So let's see, there's loads of rooted seeds here. I'm going to try and go for the ones with the roots already, because they're already set off on their journey. You put them on the side, and say these sort of seeds especially, they'll find their way. They're very good at finding that light once that shoot starts coming out. They seem to know which way's up, and they'll always find their way. Okay, so I don't know whether you guys are the same as me at the moment, where you're feeling you're getting a little bit left behind with some things. I haven't started my cucumbers yet, my courgettes, or my squashes, and I'm probably a little bit late with these beans as well, but I think there's quite a few people planting beans at the moment, so not too bad. The last frost, at least for our area, will potentially be probably the second week in May. But looking at the forecast, it looks like it should be okay over the next couple of weeks. So I've taken a lot of plants already down there. I think the majority of my chilies are down the plot now. They're in the new build, the aubergine house, and the polytunnel. I dare say I'll start planting them out into the polytunnel when I've given I'd say the grey polytunnel, I'll call it now, when I've given that a proper clean. But that should take a while. But on the whole, most things you plant, things will catch up. So if you feel you're a little bit late in the season for some things, I'd suggest don't worry, stick them in. Worst that can happen is you'll waste a couple of seeds, but generally if it's something like this, I've probably bought runner beans once in my life. These are all beans from the previous season, so saving seeds of runner beans is really, really easy, because you end up with these nice long runner beans that will go nice and hard on the plant, and then you just harvest them, take the seeds out. Make sure you dry them well before you store them. They do go off if you don't. Right, we've got a couple more. So this is how many have we got here? 3, 4, 8. This is 40 already in here. So what we'll do is top them up. Actually, it's probably best if I don't top them up there. So I've got a few other beans I need to be planting. The Independence beans that I got from Paula in Poland. I need to start those off soon. A lot of the other beans as well, Trail of Tears beans. Some of the other field beans, like the Dragon Tongue beans, are growing again this year. They did really, really well last year. Really quite tasty and quite a pretty kind of bean as well. You can eat the pods on them, and they look really impressive. Right, so that's the runner beans there. So what we'll do is we'll stick them in one of these trays, and then we'll water them, and then these will go straight down to the plot. I've still got a bit of space in a variety of different places to actually keep these till they germinate. Again, try and keep them out of the way of mice and pigeons and that sort of thing, because they will literally rip these out of the ground, and especially if they're really small young shoots. Once the plant gets to a certain size, sort of this sort of size or so, they tend to leave them alone. They're not so interested in the older shoots as they get older. Maybe they don't taste as good, but there we go. Right, so first of a few beans I'm planting. I need to, again, really start in earnest on the other things I need to plant. So the courgettes, cucumbers, basil. I haven't even started my basil yet. So I need to get going on those really. So that's the start of my evening of sowing. I guess I'll be doing quite a few other things this evening, just to get the ball rolling on everything else we need to plant. May is that kind of real sort of into the spring where you really do need to try and get everything started and give yourself a fighting chance of a long enough growing season. You're going to get some decent produce. So that's all for tonight, at least on this one. All the best, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.